as the introduction. I did it all, and I went live, but then this screen came up, and then when I tried to get out of it, it said it would cancel my live, so I didn't get out the screen, and then as I'm talking to you, it says, go live. I ain't no tech, y'all. This is like, they used to have the old wagons come through. They used to call them medicines, shysters, and stuff like that. When you don't know, people can basically do anything to you. So I didn't know what happened. I still don't know. Anyway, like I said, I got a video. So, thanks for coming on a walk, y'all. A little stiff. It was raining earlier, but I think it's just the season. And also, I don't have all my spandex. It ain't holding me tight when nothing moves. I can move like regular pants. These are like regular pants. What y'all see me before, and you'll see me again, is the spandex. Because they work like mesh and stopping my fat from jiggling on my leg. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Whew. I have so much to talk about, but I guess I should start with the topic. When I was a columnist at the Westchester Guardian, I had a column called Freedom Isn't Free. I wanted to say ain't, but Richard Blacksburg, the editor, I love him. He said, used isn't. So I said, okay. So I took offense with the NCCA, with those basketball tournaments, because everybody was betting on those games, but the kids wasn't getting no money. They wasn't getting stipends. People making millions off them. And he wasn't getting anything. So I said, why don't you pay them? So, what are we talking about? 2004, this is 24. That was 20 years ago. And I just heard that they try to do some kind of stipend thing with the NCAA. I think I got that right, NCAA. So, at that same time, I was living in Mount Vernon, and they had the #1 basketball team. Now, they also had kids that they kept into school, the basketball players, until they were 21. So basically, you had these grown-ass men playing against these little 17 and 8-year-olds basketball. The 21-year-olds always won. So, yeah, I'm going to put back on my spandex. We're just going to bug it out for now. Whew. These are so much cooler, but they ain't giving the support. Let me slow me down a little bit more, because they ain't giving me the support that I need. So, at that time, politicians, wealthy people, they was betting on the high school basketball, like professional basketball. But the kids wasn't getting nothing. The school wasn't getting nothing. At Mount Vernon High School, not getting nothing. So then I wrote another article. I said, hey, because I figured they ignored the first one. I said, hey, so why don't you just go ahead and give these kids a little stipend or something. They playing high school basketball, but y'all are making money off them. Well, that didn't go too big. So now I'm saying it again. I'm saying it again. Please give these kids a stipend when they compete in sports in high school, because adults gamble on all of it all the time. Towns, mayors bet against mayors, councilmen bet against other councilmen. What do they call it? Principals bet against principals, but everybody get money but the kids. If you ain't gonna give them, if they can't work on it because they're practicing, they can't do an after. Boy, what am I on? If they can't do an after school program, after school job, because sports is their life, then pay them that money as if they had an after school job. Give them a stipend. Why everybody making money but them? But they the ones out there ruining their knees and all kind of stuff. So I thought that was valid to point out. Okay, I'm at 7 now. Okay, whew. So the first 7 minutes is rough. It used to be 5. Now, y'all know I'm going back to 25 minutes and 5-minute hand exercises starting on June 4th. This is a Thursday. And this week, we still thugging it out with the 40 minutes. Now, what I wanted to share with y'all, something I've been working to put on place. I have 4 sisters, really. 2 on my mother's side, 2 of my mother, and 2 of my father. The 2 of my mother are extremely close. They are real close. The 2 of my father, they are really close. Extremely close. I was the one that I said, oh, so-and-so is going to be such and such. Y'all have the birthday party? Oh, we had that. Didn't the other sister call you? No. Well, I thought she called you. Funeral. This is on my mother's side. Grandmother died. Oh, she showed up at that funeral, her and her boyfriend. What funeral? This is from my aunt. Talking about my 2 sisters, but just one of them. Whose funeral? Oh, you didn't know? Your grandmother died. So we got that on that side. Now on the side of my father, just didn't like me. Just didn't like me. The oldest one of the 2 didn't like me. I can say she ate my guts. So they're together. They're bestest of friends. So I don't know the birthdays. I ain't get no call when nobody was born. I ain't get no notice of nothing going on with the family. Other than the fact that the 2 sisters are extremely close. Now, why I'm talking to y'all, that y'all helping me with, is because I just reconnected with the youngest one on my father's side, the youngest sister on my father's side. The oldest one is now senile, so she don't know. And The younger sister that I started communicating with, she said to me, she said the sister's name, and she said, oh, she's in the hospital. And the first time she mentioned it, I had no reaction. I had no feeling. I may have said, oh, I hope she's doing better or something like that, not really getting into it. And then she went down there to see the sister. It was her birthday, November, her birthday and my birthday. Usually I would send her flowers, but when she said she was going to be with the other sister, I wasn't going to send her flowers. So I called her, I sent her the Stevie Wonder happy birthday to the younger sister to say happy birthday to her. She never responded because she was with the other sister. So I said, okay, no problem. I think we spoke since then, or maybe not. But the last thing I remember the younger sister on my father's side saying to me is, I don't know, I don't think her sister is doing too good. And I totally shut down. You see, I'm not going to be the pickup sister. Oh, well, this sister is gone now. I don't have nobody. Oh, there's one that I've been saying kiss my ass for 35, 40 years. But oh, I don't got the other sister. No, you don't. You got family. After you lose your sisters, you have your children, you have your grandchildren, you have your husband, you have your kids, wife or husband. Don't look this way at me. I grieved you 40 to 45. Well, I'm 60. Okay, 40 years. I grieved you 40 years ago. So don't look over here. You don't got no sister over here. You didn't have one. You didn't think of me for the birthdays. You didn't think of me for the funerals. You didn't think of me for the weddings, the graduations, nothing. But now that you have a sister, you got an empty space. This sister ain't feeling it. See, y'all was lost to me a long time ago. But I got no conversation for you. And I can't sit there and let you listen to you grieve for your sister when you treated me like shit. Not doing it. I ain't live my life for that. No. So there's a good chance that we won't see or meet or anything in this human experience again. Because I made up in my mind 40 years ago that I was going to be pickup sister. Well, I didn't want her around me before. I take vacations, wouldn't let her know. But now, since my other sister gone, I got her. No, you don't. I don't think of you for nothing in my life. I think of you for nothing in my life. And I have 40 years to sit in it. So no, I can't call you back. I can't do those things. I can't be a sister because you never let me be a sister. I don't have no kids' birthdays, parties that I can share with you, memories. I don't got that. You didn't want me there. You wanted other people there. The other people there? I don't know when the kid's birthday is. And on my mother's side, if you ain't had no money, which I didn't, I was a single mother raising a kid with a low paying job, honey. I could bake cakes, but they had friends that could buy cakes. So they didn't want my bake cake. I could do a sing and get some ice cream, but their friends could rent out spots for them to use. So I wasn't invited to none of those. So now that we're getting older, I'm just like grappling with it within myself. And I'm like, when we go on this walk, we're going to talk about it. Because, no, uh-uh. A sister being lost today. I had to grieve 4 sisters being lost for over 40 years. So, no, now don't invite me into the funerals. Don't invite me to the funeral. Don't start inviting me now. You didn't then, don't now. I don't want to hear about the great grandchild's birth. My great grandniece. I didn't even know about my niece. I don't want to get to the great grands. Don't include me now. You put me on the outside. I made my way. I am my best friend. Love me. Well, see, I ain't got nobody walking with me today. I ain't got no love today. Well, no, from the internet. I got love every day from me. Yes. And I thank y'all for letting me get that out there. Because that was inside of me. And I figured when something happened to them, when they sit back and think, they'll tap into the ethers. And this video will come to them. Now, I wished y'all well a long time ago. Wish you well. Wish you well. And then we going on. So I'm feeling good, y'all. Okay, I slowed down the walk. Okay, not the jigglies. Let me see. Not the jigglies. Now that I see no one's in the chat or I can't see anyone walking with me, let me just focus on these last few seconds. I don't know. I don't see anyone in the chat. I think when I come back, I may need the spandex. But I was going to walk hand-free. But I think I need the spandex pants to stop the thigh. Wait from jiggling. It's like, ugh. Pulls from the skin, pull from the bone. Yeah, y'all. Oh, like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise. Yeah. So, I guess I ain't got nobody here, so when I come back, I'll talk to the camera about another issue I got that I probably would have been too ashamed to talk about if I saw people in the comments, but since ain't nobody there, I think I'll be free enough to talk about it. Oh, let's get this. Oh, y'all hear me breathing hard? That fan there. I got the other fan, but I gotta set stuff up for us in the studio. I don't know. I probably gonna have to go to TikTok. What I was gonna tell y'all was I stopped. I've stopped uploading video on Facebook, and I'm just going to just transfer over the uploads from YouTube. I'll share from the YouTube channel on my Facebook page, because I talk about this penal colony, and y'all know Facebook is a penal colony social media, and so is Instagram. Um, so since I was walking, I get what for about 2 years, I got about 2 or 3 people. When I came over here, I got none. And I'm walking to health. I'm walking to health. So, okay. But lately, not now, that could all change. I used to have people come in and walking with me. But I gotta see when I'm done, if anybody was here. But still, 2, 3 FB, maybe 7, maybe 11. But I thought it didn't bother me, and it does. But if I don't look at it and see it, then it won't. So I'm not uploading any more shorts over there. I'll take my shorts from YouTube and put them on my feed. I'm not uploading this walk on FB anymore, because it ain't gonna get no play. I'm talking about this penal colony, and it's the penal colony that runs FB and Instagram. So I ain't getting no play. The only thing you play see on Facebook is if you're doing something outrageous. Lifing, but an old black woman walking on a treadmill, it ain't it. And like I said, those are friends of mine. I've been trying to get them to exercise for years. They didn't do it then. In 35 years, they didn't do it. Why are they going to do it now with me? They're not. The most views I see, 11. One time I saw 33. I was like, whoo, get out. The person at the switch must have had a day off. So I will be over here on YouTube. But as you see now, how it started out, I don't know how it started out like this, some guest something. So I'm saying live, but who knows? And I'll just be on YouTube. And then when YouTube shows me true colors, I'll move over to something else. But I said that to say, I didn't think it bothered me to see the few views, because to me, that means there's no one exercising with me. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. I don't get any comments from any of them. Girl, you still at it after all these years? Nothing. This is an election year. I think I got 7, maybe 11. And as I told you, they said the FB wants you to have thousands of friends. But I have learned over the years from watching, you get thousands of scammers, thousands of people to break into your computers or do whatever it is. I'm too old. I ain't buying a new car because I can't protect it. I ain't taking on no 5,000 people that I can't protect myself from. But that's FB. So when I share this video from the live, I will share directly from YouTube, but I don't even know what I have. until this walk is over. But it didn't start till I thought it started, but then it didn't start, and then it did start, and it didn't start. So I tell y'all, this human experience, whew, this human experience. Uh, I used to look at old people, and I never heard one of them because they all under some kind of cult in them. Say, I'm out of here, check you on a rebound. They were all so sorrowful. Not me, honey. I'm hanging around because this body is just so good to me. It ain't never attacked-ified me. Though I've been attacked. The pharmaceutical company, the doctors, and the dental industry teamed up to poison me and others like me with antibiotics if we went to the dentist. Because they said we had a heart problem. All three of them teamed up to wipe me out. Then when the coronavirus came, I remember sitting there and someone said, you can't take that. I was like, what? What do we mean? They said, for every dose of antibiotics you take, it takes about 20 years for your body to make those antibodies back. I said, oh, what are you talking about? And then I started looking at the statistics. And they said, so many black people is more black African Americans disproportionately being taken out by COVID. Disproportionately. I said, oh, disproportionately, why? Because they had to take antibiotics for 25, 30 years before they went, every time they went to the dentist. How much antibiotics do you think they got left? You know? So, I was like, oh, my body said, you ain't, you're going under quarantine and you ain't taking none of them shots. They know you don't have any antibodies to fight that off with. Pre-planned. That's why when I tell you, millennial, you have no idea of the deviousness of these people running this country. They allowed the pharmaceutical company, the medical field, and the dentist field to get together and poison African Americans with antibiotics, destroying their own body's ability to fight off diseases. Why? To make money. Of course. Of course. Excuse me. Natural. And also get rid of African Americans. When I was younger, I used to hear them say, they'll do anything to take us out. I used to say, I'm talking about European Africans. I said, oh, what are you talking about? They wouldn't do anything to take us out. And they said, no, they really don't like you. They will poison you. They'll unlife you. They'll do anything. I was like, oh, no, no. That's from your old-timey thing. Poisoned me over 25 years with antibiotics. And then when the COVID came, we started dropping like flies. All I could say was, Y'all was right. I thought y'all was, I really thought that y'all was making that up, but once you're in it, once you're in it, you're like, oh shit. And my body said, you can't take that COVID shot. You got nothing to fight off that virus with when they shoot it into your vein or muscles or wherever they shoot it. I was like, holy shit. Then they started stressing us out. Getting black people, come on, take the COVID shot, take the. I was like, why? I was like, oh, okay. All right, 25 years of killing every antibody in our whole body. Of course, they want you to take a COVID shot. I wouldn't do it. My body said, no, 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 no. Do y'all see why I love this body? No. Everybody else forgot that about the antibodies, apparently, the way they was dropping like flies. So, you see, even this video, if I was to upload it, which I'm not, I'll have to go back and upload it on YouTube and then use that YouTube and put it over on FB. But they don't want to know that because they made money. Give a shit about me. Then they say, oh, and if you had to do antibiotic treatment before you did dentistry work, blah, 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 blah. To them, the plan was coming together. And they wiped us out, that COVID. Like I said, why in comparison to? Why are we going faster than everybody else all over the whole world? Why the hell is it running through African Americans like this? Over 25 years of poisoning us with antibiotics. Millennials, I'm telling you right now. See, even the ones that was telling me that they'll do anything to get rid of us did not have the receipts that I have. I am proof positive. The article said that it was no need for them to give us antibiotics like that. It was destroying the body's defense system. It was doctors, the American Medical Journal, who called out the doctors, the dentists, and the pharmaceutical companies, not a government official. Not none of them. That was probably a few doctors that had a little moral compass and said, hey, why are you poisoning all these African Americans with these antibiotics? And they said, oh. And then they wrote an article saying, how bad. We thought you needed, but you did. But what Mike just told me was more disgusting. He said, because y'all taking the antibiotics and using it for everything else. If we didn't have you giving us a whole pill bottle for one appointment, we wouldn't have them around the house to use for anything else. And we had to use them because the antibiotics you gave us killed our antibodies. So the only thing we had to fight was what you had left for us. You see what I'm talking about, millennials? Disgusting. Just disgusting. So, focus. Focus on what you want. Now you say, Vicky, what was you doing while you was going? I was producing my plays, honey. I was doing my casting calls. I was running back and forth. I was doing script. I was stage manager, blah, blah. In other words, I was doing my dream. That's why I didn't get caught up in this COVID thing. Do you see what I'm telling you now? Find your want, find your dream, and focus on that. It makes your body happy. And when your body is happy, it goes out to protect you. It protects you. I remember sitting out there. I remember sitting in the living room. That's when we had CNN. We ain't had, whew, me and my daughter looked at each other and said, oh, no, we ain't doing no cable no more. And I remember sitting there looking, and they said, if you quarantine or you take the COVID shot. And I remember sitting on couch looking at TV, and my body said, you can never take that COVID. And I was like, why? You can never take that COVID because they done killed all your antibodies for all them years. I was like, oh. I was like, oh. If you didn't get a life from the COVID, you was getting sick from the shot. You didn't have nothing to protect yourself. Don't tell me about their folks, these European Africans running this penal colony, and their hate of African Americans. It is true and clear. I think in their mind that they think if there was no black Africans around, then no one can say, well, you got African in you. Remember, these were the Europeans that were sitting there hitting each other over the head with stones when the advanced Africans came through. So they don't want any memory of anything to do with African Americans, black Africans. They don't want it. Everybody kept saying, the Tuskegee Institute experiment. I'm like, Tuskegee Institute? They just poisoned us for 25 years. Then the COVID virus came in and wiped us out. Tuskegee is child's play compared to the massive thing they did. You talk about premeditated. I call it the long con. Kill every antibody in our bodies if you went to the dentist and you had a heart murmur, which was unnecessary. But now I see it was necessary. And they're getting rid of us because, as they said, African Americans is dying at a faster rate. And every time I was like, oh shit, them damn antibiotics, they ain't got nothing to protect themselves. Millennials, that's under the watch of the dim Republicans and the Republican Dems. Them folks will unlife you for $1. Unlife you for $1. And that pharmaceutical company, ain't that the same one that made the Oxycontin? That if you could take a half a pill, it can undone you, and it's still being made? Or that fentanyl was made here, distributed here, they said for the hospitals, but it's all over the streets. That's these dim Republican. These folks is low, millennials, and when they draft y'all ass, y'all gonna find out. I'm telling you, they had no problem poisoning me, knowing I didn't need to take the antibiotics. And I remember saying it to them when they first told me that. I was like 26, 25, 26, and hop my happy ass to the doctor's office. 'Cause my daughter didn't get a cavity until she was well in her 20s, and she was taking over her dental care. But I had her dental care. Her ass was at the dental office every year to help save her teeth. And I couldn't do that. So at 25, 26, hop my happy ass in there. Ha! Come on, let's clean these teeth. I got to go to the Prospect Park. Me and my daughter got animals we got to see. And he said, no, Vicky, you have a heart murmur. I can't do anything with you anymore unless you pre-medicate. I said, come on. Been coming to you about 3, 4 years. You ain't never had to medicate me before. Well, that's before they all got together for the big screw. Millennial, I'll tell you, these people. So that's why I know my videos ain't making circulation in Facebook land. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my time back. And I don't know what YouTube did today. If anybody's watching me, I don't know if anybody will watch me tomorrow. I'll look at it. And if YouTube is saying the same thing, old lady on the treadmill talking about this penal colony, we don't want your videos anymore, then y'all hit me up at TikTok, or I think they said something about Discord. I don't know. Understand how that works, but I'll find another social media. Come on, y'all, let's do these weights. Whew. But yeah, what was I doing through it? I was producing my AIDS education plan, getting the AIDS counselors together to give out information. I was contacting adoption agencies because they kept saying they was living the AIDS babies in the hospital and they want to take them. So I was contacting the adoption agencies to come to the show to promote that thing. The adoption agency. In the words of Sonia, my neighbor from Greenwich, when she was telling me she lived in Portchester and she had a Spanish super. And the Spanish super used to say to her, you black bitch. So when I contacted the adoption agency, and I said, they leave the basement in the hospital. I'm doing a play about I have counselors, we have the orders, everything. Can you send a counselor over to talk about adoptions and the poor little AIDS babies in the hospital? And they said, fuck you, bitch. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbows, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Yeah. They was talking about really needing help with people in the AIDS thing. I know it was early AIDS, but just help doing little things like specifically the Hale House, volunteering and doing different things like that. So I contacted this big volunteer organization called Volunteers in America. And I said, I'm doing this AIDS program and we love to see if maybe we can get some people from the audience to come help volunteer. You know. So they said, fuck you, bitch. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Yeah, y'all, yeah. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the walk.